almost 50 million Americans depend on Medicare now, and about 20 million more people will go on Medicare during the next 10 years, mostly because of retiring baby boomers. Each Medicare beneficiary, each Medicare enrollee, will, on the average, take almost 3 times more out in Medicare benefits than they contribute in payroll taxes and premiums. The number varies based on income and family structure, but that's basically what it is. About 3 times more out than you put in. That's why we say that the status quo in Medicare is unsustainable. And what we mean is that if we do nothing, Medicare will go broke and take our government down with it. We're going to require higher income Americans to pay more for their share of Medicare Part A, B, and D. For Parts B and D, we will ask wealthier Americans to pay 100% of premium cost. We simply do not believe that tax dollars should be used to pay premiums for those who can afford to pay on their own. We will replace Medicare's current complicated cost-sharing requirements with a unified deductible of $550 and limit Medigap coverage of Medicare's cost-sharing to encourage wiser use of health care services. We will increase the eligibility age for Medicare over a 12-year period from 65 to 67 to reflect real-life gains in life expectancy.
The real question that we have out in front of us that people aren't coming to grips with is it doesn't matter what politician's standing up here or who's the administration, 5 years from now, Medicare won't be the same because we can't borrow enough money to keep it the same. We won't have the capability of doing that. So the time to fix Medicare is now, and the time to put it on a footing that will truly, save $10 trillion, markedly reduce the unfunded liabilities for it, and markedly increase its life expectancy. So I won't go into the details of what we've outlined. Joe has done that. But I believe what we have to do is act. And if the longer we wait to act, the more painful it's going to be for the very people that are most dependent on these programs. And rather than to come down to a time in which we actually make drastic cuts in the available care for American citizens, the time now is to preserve that and do it in a way that will cause a better utilization with the same or better outcomes and guaranteeing that they have access to the health care that they were promised. The other thing is we have to look, you'll never control the cost of health care in this country till you reconnect some of the purchase of that health care with the individual. And it just doesn't work because everybody thinks somebody else is paying for their health care. And that's not just in Medicare, that's everywhere. And that's one of the reasons we don't have any control on the cost of it. 1 out of $3 spent in health care in this country doesn't help anybody. And the reason it doesn't is because there's not a market force. And we're just putting a little bit of market force in this, but we're saying everybody gets to share in trying to solve the problem.